Jamal Murray averaged better than 32 a game over the 4-game sweep of the Lakers. He and the Nuggets are now headed to the NBA Finals.
Can you talk about that last play? What was going through your mind on that last play?
I was guarding Rui. He set a screen for Bron. AG chased him, and I just kind of had to be there, knowing that help would be behind me. And then I kind of caught his drive at the end. I could get the ball, and I just put two hands on it and didn't let him really get off a good shot.
Right here to your left.
Jamal, I know this is just a step before the ultimate goal, but never swept a team this franchise hadn't, never had advanced past the Lakers, never made it to the NBA Finals. What does it mean to be a page in this story?
Yeah, I mean, it's incredible. It's a lot of fun. It's surreal. Thank you. You know, we're going to keep making history. That's the thing. You want to keep that mindset and enjoy the moment. But we got more work to do, you know, so that's the mindset right now.
On the back in the black.
Jamal, what were some of the things that you guys tried to do with LeBron? You know, this was one of the games where he just kind of had that kind of impactful force that he just kind of historically has. What did you guys say what was the dialogue between yourselves, you know, just as the game was going on in terms of just trying to weather that kind of storm?
I mean, the first half was great for him, and then he started finding everybody in the second half. You know, he found Shooter was being aggressive. Reeves made a couple big shots. So, you know, they kept the pressure on us with not just guarding Brown, but having to guard everybody in action. Yeah, we know that they're going to come out aggressive, though. It's less about that and more about us weathering the storm and staying with each other. You know, we're down 15.5, and then we came in the third quarter ready to play and ready to take the lead, I think. So it was just a great team effort all around. Everybody came in and stepped up.
Blue suit and back on the right.
Hey, Jamal, going back to start the series, LeBron had been trying to seek you out on those switches and trying to just, you know, manipulate the game that way. Did you have a feeling that that was going to be the play that they tried to run on the last play? Were you kind of prepared for that?
We didn't know what the last play was going to be. In the first game, I was in foul trouble. It's tough to guard LeBron with foul trouble. So, yeah, we switched. You know, we mixed it up during the series, showing and switching. And then at the end of the play, I just saw AG was a little late, and I just kind of remember that play in Indiana or against Indiana when he went in for the left-hand layup. So I was always going to let him have a good angle, at least give AG the time to get back and get a contest.
Back row in the center.
A lot of conversation about defense, the last few questions, rightfully so, considering how the second half went. But for those of us that have been around Michael Malone, we know about how he's preached about defense for a long, long time. And to see you guys buy in the way that you did in the second half, do you feel like that almost embodies kind of what the last few years have been in regards to working, and you talk about the teamwork and knowing what's ahead? Did the second half, specifically the last play, embody Denver Nuggets basketball through and through, specifically on defense?
Yeah, I mean, in the first half, it was too easy for them. They were playing like they were down, and they were playing like they were playing for their life, and we were just not as aggressive or as physical or as desperate as them. And I just feel like we came in the third quarter and got some stops, but we also got our run and made some shots. You know, I can name a lot of guys. KCP had great and got us going. Yoke, AG was battling down there the whole game. You know, so it was everybody. It wasn't just defense, but it was offense as well. We needed to score to keep up with them the way they were playing. They're playing at a fast pace, and they were getting to the free throw line. So I think we did a good job of just staying with it and locking down on both ends.
Back row on the right in the corner.
Jamal, when you think back on the last 7 years of your career, the journey to get to this point with this team and this franchise, what just comes to mind for you?
Yeah, it's just been amazing to be, especially with the core guys that we've had here since the beginning. You know, what we've been building, you know, since Gary, since Paul, you know, Monte, all the guys that had the culture embodied, and to have this team and see everybody come together, especially with 8 new guys that came in at the beginning of the season. It took us a little bit to find our rhythm, but you know, once we knew what everybody was going to do and the way we played, you know, we just clicked. So it's been a journey. It's been nice, you know, to finally reach this point and to be the first team in the Nuggets history to do it.
Row 3.
Jamal, Nikola just set a playoff record for most triple-doubles in NBA playoff history, surpassing Wilt. Can you describe what you've seen from him throughout this playoffs?
I think it's self-explanatory, brother. if you're watching the game, he's doing some incredible stuff. 45 minutes, wild and foul trouble. 30, 14, and 13. That's decent. It's decent. You know, do that in a closeout game. And like I said, he's been doing all playoffs, just staying consistent no matter what they throw at him. Double team, single coverage, help from the baseline, from the top, traps. He's been figuring out it all and just being that consistent motor for us. And not just on offense, but on defense as well. Grabbing boards every game. You know, no matter what he's doing on offense, he's grabbing boards and pushing the pace. And like I said, I think his game is, if you just need to watch a game and you know how much he contributes for us.
Jamal, AG's kind of been the unsung hero, I think, in a way, of this playoff run. He's guarded stars pretty much every single round. What did you see from him tonight?
Just staying with it. I thought in the second half he came out and grabbed some boards, was physical. Even if he didn't get the ball, he made an impact or play on it. Made some big threes down the stretch. He just locked in, you know. He's kind of been doing that every game since the playoffs started, just going under the radar, but he's such a big piece for us. You know, I don't even know what to say about him. He's done all the little things that a lot of guys don't do, especially his position, and making timely buckets and timely rebounds and getting timely stops. And, you know, things that you don't see in the stat sheet is communication on the court, keeping everybody, keeping everybody together, and just trying to keep him on the matchup. I think he's doing a great job of just embracing the defensive part of the game.
You're right home.
Jamal, you talked about growing up on the playground, dreaming up big moments of you on the court, and you know the history of this game, the great ones that have come before you. As prolific of a duo as you and Jokic have been, what does reaching the NBA Finals mean for you two?
Yeah, I mean, we just want to make the most opportunity for us Nuggets team to do that. You know, we want to go all the way and stay locked in. I think, you know, our chemistry is at an all-time high. The way we play, the way we read the game without even speaking. We talk that language on the court, and it's just beautiful basketball, honestly. You know, it's so fun to play with this team and with him and with, you know, the coaching staff that has, you know, groomed us into the team that we are. So we got 4 more wins to go.
Sherry on the right.
Yeah. Jamal, how would you say your defense on LeBron there on that last play exemplifies the mindset and attitude of this team?
Yeah, I mean, we needed to stop. And they went for it too, and I knew they didn't have much time, so I just, you know, came over. AG was still trailing. Yoke took my man, and he was kind of right there in the middle playing him, and then, you know, I just kind of committed to it. I knew I couldn't, you know, I couldn't half-ass it, so I had to go for the ball, and I was able to grab all ball and just not let him get a good shot. But, you know, we work on those scenarios in practice and all that, and I think we did a good job of just locking down for the 4 seconds that were remaining.
Last question, back row over there.
Jamal, I know that your journey back has been well documented over the course of this year. Is there a moment that you can think back on, maybe during this season, thinking, okay, I know I'm back at this level. It's just about time now, getting back to the playoffs eventually.
Honestly, I'm not thinking of it like that. I'm not thinking about whether I'm back or not. I've been back since the day I came back, you know. So it's just about trending in the right direction and continuously getting better. You know, I had some ups and downs during the season, some sore days where I couldn't play, and those sucked. Played my first back-to-back in like January or something like that. So it's just been trending. You know, every month I feel, you know, my knee get better and more solid and more consistent in the way it's going to feel. So just to be here and be playing this many minutes at this time we've prepared for this, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just glad I put the work in during the rehab to be able to perform and be at my best.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.